right, we are live. This is Matthew, Joseph. How are you all doing? I am here live at FETC. Yes, I have the headphones upside down because we're just going to use this as a mic. What the heck? Obviously, this is our first time doing this. We said, you know what, we're going to do a live broadcast at FETC. And some of you have seen me do the Stronger Together podcast, much more structured. But we are here live at the Snorkle booth 2886 in the Startup Pavilion. Make sure to come by. In just about a half hour, we'll be giving away some of my amazing co-hosts' brand new book. Do you want to hold that up?
Oh, yeah, let me grab it.
Architect, her and Amy Bloom wrote this great book. We partnered with Snorkle, and they are going to be giving copies away in just about 20 minutes. So, Lori, welcome to FETC. Welcome here. I mean, not welcome like you just rolled in.
Yeah, I know. I've been here for quite some time already.
Saturday.
I have been, yes.
I think you can get a driver's license in Florida now when you're so long.
I have residency now.
You have residency, yes. So, how's it going for you?
It's been a really great conference already. Super busy, but in a really good way. Made a lot of connections. I always say that FETC is the best place to have those hallway conversations, to be able to reconnect with the people you only get to see at conferences. There's a lot of great meetups. It's been a very active vendor floor. The expo hall is hopping today. There's lots of cool things to see, and I'm excited to be here at Snorkle.
Yeah, and this is our first booth podcast. We're still going to download this and have it out on our typical day just because it's going to be fun. But so we've been here, you know, the conference started on Tuesday. I was podcasting most of the day Tuesday. You had 2 sessions, right?
I did, yeah. On the first day, on Tuesday, yeah, I did a session on play, bringing play back to the classroom. And then I did one with Amy Bloom, my co-author of the book Architect. We did one on EdTech coaching, which was super fun. We went through the coaching cycle and lots of fun activities. So it was a really fun first day.
Oh, that is awesome. Do you think we'll get some random person just to walk over and talk on camera? Do you think is that a challenge we can try?
I think we should absolutely make that
we'll see what we can do for sure. I know. I do want to bring in our Snorkle folks in a minute, but they're working hard right now, right behind us. Look at how hard they're working. They are working so hard.
There they are. They're working hard over there.
So when they're done talking with some of the folks walking by, we'll bring them in. Oh, we got somebody off now.
Come on,
so
camera.
I am thrilled to have our Snorkle team in here. So tell us who you are and kind of a little bit about this crazy snorkel you're wearing. Talk to me.
Awesome. Yeah.
I'm going to jump over this side.
There you go.
Okay, great.
Well,
super excited to be here. We are Snorkle. My name is John. I'm one of the co-founders of Snorkle. And we are a tool for students to record their thinking and get feedback from AI. And I was a high school math teacher for the past 10 years. And one of the things I always wanted to be true in my class was that math wasn't just about getting answers, but it was about the student thinking process. And so we try to capture student thinking in rich ways, let them record it, let them show it on a whiteboard, and then give them feedback on it. And so that's what we're doing here, and we're having a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, we got a challenge to make work.
Oh, I think we've got it. Come on in. Come on in. You're coming right on. Yeah, we're live right now. Come on in. Yes, so
we are live.
Hello.
So introduce yourself, and I have a question for you that I know will be very important to Snorkle.
Absolutely. This is Gabriel Creel, EdTech Bites, instructional technology specialist, podcaster, creator, author. Today's the 1-year anniversary of my book.
1 year anniversary. Your first
I
book
got it on
signing.
sale for $1,000 a copy in my backpack. You let me know.
I'll take that.
Yeah, okay.
So, Gabe, in your role, because I know that they were talking about voice and getting kids involved and getting real-time feedback, how do you see that play out in the classroom?
In the class, are we talking Snorkle specifically?
Yes.
Beautifully. This Snorkle, the platform, has given our teachers the ability to get very quick insights, snapshots into the student learning, into, there's 2 things that we want to keep in mind. What the students know, but more importantly, what they don't know. That way we can focus on bridging those gaps and meeting their learning needs. And Snorkle has given us the ability to do that with the automated feedback. Sometimes teachers turn it off and just get a quick snapshot. That way they don't see the AI feedback, but it's been beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you. One more question before you get you out. So we did we partnered also with Snorkle for our turkey drop.
Oh, man.
That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I hope the getting in shape has helped around here. How many steps do you think you're getting in a day here?
Today, well, because I've literally gone back to the hotel and edited. I recorded 10 podcasts here, which I'm editing, including video editing and that. So I've hit the 10,000 threshold, but I would say today probably 22. I'm making more conscious.
All right.
22 steps, not 22,000.
Okay.
22,000. So I'm gonna go with 22,000. Yeah.
All right.
How
So,
about you?
yesterday I was around 20, but I also went to Disney yesterday. Cruising around
Wow.
for sure.
Yeah.
And you probably talked about 20,000.
No, actually, we were very fortunate. We had someone who had passes for us, and we were good to
Good
go.
for you. Good for you.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Now, so we heard Gabriel get passed over the head.
Yeah.
What has been your goal to get into classrooms and to have this tool for students?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's scalable feedback, and feedback that's not just a chatbot experience, but actually like how do we get all of students thinking? If I have a chance to sit down one-on-one with my students, the first thing I'm going to ask them to do is to explain their thinking to me, and to do that at scale and allow every student to do that, I think it's really powerful. Not just for math class. I was a math teacher, but Snorkl supports students to do this in English class and science class. Students can actually practice their reading fluency with Snorkl and get feedback on pronunciation. They can practice their speaking in Spanish class and get feedback on their Spanish language skills. So really versatile. And one of the things that I love most about it is Jeff and I every once in a while get a chance to go visit schools where they're using Snorkl and visit classrooms and talk to teachers and talk to students. And the excitement that we hear from elementary schoolers about going snorkeling and how they're eager to go snorkeling again is really, really awesome. And just the ways that it both challenges students and supports students. Nice.
He's trying to talk serious.
To dive in. Yeah. No, and we like to be goofy too. Sometimes when we visit the schools, we'll wear these Snorkl masks, and kids love it.
They probably want to try it on, right? They want to do it too.
Yeah, the last was they asked me for my autograph. I told them I'm not famous.
All right. That is great.
That's
We'll
awesome.
definitely have to get Jeff on and come down. And speaking of autographs, in just about 15 minutes, we have Amy Bloom, one of the co-authors of Architect. She'll be joining us here at the booth 2886 in the Startup Pavilion. 2,886.
In the Startup
Lori
Pavilion.
and Amy will be sharing their book here, giving them away. Snorkel's giving them away. So come on down when we are done with the podcast as well. So how's your FETC experience been?
It's been amazing. This is actually one of my favorite conferences of all time. I just love the atmosphere of
All time. I'm with you. It's right up there.
It's right up there. Just the people, the atmosphere, the layout, the tracks. I love the tracks that they do for your professional development and workshops. So it's been fabulous. And the food's been great too. That's what my mission was.
Yeah, she went and got us lunch while we're going live with all of you. So
One job, and I did it well.
you did a
All
good
right.
job.
You
Yeah.
got to get a pen ready for all those signatures.
That's right. That's right.
So Lori, what's been one of your takeaways?
Oh, from this conference so
Yeah.
far, I mean, we talked about earlier the connections with people, but I absolutely love walking around the expo floor and learning about new products. I mean, that's how I learned about Snorkl, was walking around and having conversations. I think that's my biggest takeaway every year is what am I going to learn? What can I take back? What's going to make an impact on our students?
That's great. That's great. And yeah, meeting people have been. We played pickleball. Lori and Amy both played pickleball.
We did play
for the
pickleball.
first time. So
If you can call what I did playing.
yeah, had a paddle and
There was
was
a
on the
paddle,
court.
there was a ball. I did stand on the court.
Yes. So there's
You
been
did it once or
I
twice.
did it once or twice.
There's
I
been
have
a lot.
overhand.
There's been a lot of firsts here for us as well. So we're gonna get Jeff on in a minute. But I know for me, the other thing is I love to see all the practical things that are happening. Because sometimes you come to events or workshops and they talk about such big picture things that you don't know how to make it happen. I'm learning a lot of practical things to make it work, to put them right into the classroom, as both of these amazing authors do each and every day, put these practices into the classroom. So let's talk about the book.
Yeah,
So in 15 minutes, I see we have many people on here watching. Come on down
That's
to
awesome.
booth
Yes, come on down.
2886 in the Startup Pavilion. Talk about the process of writing the book.
Well, I will tell you that I wanted to write a book about ed tech coaching because of an experience I had here at FETC. I ran a workshop on how to put together professional learning, like how to actually do PD, and it was a packed house. And I thought, there's something here. There's something that we need to bring. There's a need for us to understand what is impactful professional learning. So I started to write the book, and I realized I couldn't do it alone. There's so much to coaching. There's so much to the ed tech world that I felt like I needed more support. And I couldn't think of anyone better than Amy Bloom, what she does with coaching cycles and bringing people along. And she's got 2 decades worth of experience doing just that. So I asked her, I begged her. What did you always say? It's like you kept it bad dreams every time went on a date.
Yeah, it was like she was asking me on a date, and I kept saying, no, I don't know if I'm interested right away. But eventually I gave in and I went on that date. And,
and
you had a baby.
We had a baby. Yes.
I just think the whole collaborative process, because I think what was really important is in the beginning, Laura, you and I talked about how we were going to work together.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
what we were going to do. We talked about how we were going to divide. We talked about the process. And then we met. And I think like understanding and creating our own norms for this collaborative piece is what made it so successful.
Yes, absolutely. And we don't live in the same part of the state. We're both from New York, but we are 6 hours away from each other.
Oh, wow.
So we had to do everything virtually. We would meet on Zoom. We would have conversations. We tried to meet one time in Syracuse, which was kind of in the middle of both of us, but we just couldn't make it happen between our busy lives. So it was a really fun experience to be able to come together, do all of this virtually, and figure out how to organize a book that could be something that could be helpful for those that are interested or those that are already in the coaching space.
But just to see it come to life, like just to see it come to full fruition with the resources, and the book comes along with guided questions if the district is interested in doing any kind of book study or any of the materials that you could just take and make a copy and make it of your own. So there is a lot of things you could just walk away with.
Totally.
With
Yeah.
the book.
If nothing else, just keep scanning those QR codes that we have all the way through to get the resources, to see where we're giving you some ideas, and then reach out to us, become part of our professional learning network, take the journey with us. We're always learning. There's always more that needs to be done. This book's going to give you a good solid guide, but there's always more work to be done.
And then to your point, we're only as strong as the people we surround ourselves with.
Absolutely.
So you need to, like Lori said, reach out to us, make those connections, be a part of a professional learning family, as we like to call it in the book.
Absolutely.
Laugh with our stories, feel our stories, and share your stories that you endure throughout your career too with us, because we would love to hear those too.
Wow, that is so exciting. And we usually wrap up with a smile factor. So
Yes.
I do want to get Jeff on before we go off. But I don't want to.
He's doing a quick demo, so
He's doing a quick
he's
demo.
showing. Yep. Maybe you can swing around. You can see what's happening in live
I'm
time.
gonna go mobile for a minute.
Oh,
Look
yeah,
at this.
There you go. We're gonna go
See
mobile
what's
for a
happening
minute.
over here.
This is the magic of good
This is where it
technology,
happens.
right?
Hey, what's up?
Just showing a demo. No, I was getting your
We're
demo.
gonna talk later, yeah.
Okay, so come on back around now that we're mobile.
Come on around. Hi.
Oh, yeah.
We're on a live podcast right now. You want to say hi to everybody?
Coming
All right,
through.
say hello. Hi, everyone.
All right, so we have
the amazing
one of
Jessica,
the other
everyone.
co-founders here. We wrangled them in.
Larissa's jumping in
Another
and
Larissa
everyone.
jumped in.
Educard
All
is
right.
extraordinary.
So
Absolutely.
I'll introduce you to Jeff. Tell us a little about who you are and your role in starting up Snorkl.
Yeah, well, thanks for grabbing me out of the water.
Yeah.
It's been beautiful today. Great waves. A lot of the wildlife under the water, and it's been really fun. So yeah, my name's Jeff. I'm a co-founder, CEO of Snorkl. I'm a former elementary school 5th grade teacher. I started teaching my kids how to code, and I realized that I really like coding, and I really wanted to build tools for them. One thing led to another, and I've been working as an engineer in education for the last 10 years or so, and most recently building Snorkl with a good buddy of mine, another teacher friend of mine.
Yeah, they already met him. He's old news at this point.
Yeah, get him out.
So you get to be a part of our closure here.
Okay.
We always end with what's called our smile factor for the week, and our question for this week will be: what is one of the ways that you're going to be more impactful from the time here at FETC?
One way that I'm going to be more impactful, I think when I think of just the education system, to me it boils down to people and relationships, and the people that I've met in the last 3 days. Amazing. And the thing, honestly, and I don't think that's going to stop here. I think that the conversations that we continue to have and the students and teachers we get to work with is going to make a really big impact. And I think that's just so special.
Awesome. Well,
I'm
thank you.
excited for that.
Stick around. Come down to the booth 2886 in the Startup Pavilion. We're going to have book signing giveaways in about 5 minutes. You don't want to leave either. It's We got a big crowd out there.
Yeah, let's go.
Teacher side.
A lot going on.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're live right now.
Oh, yes. All right. So, Lori and Amy, would you like to jump in? How are you going to be more impactful because of your time here at FETC?
Oh, I think that I've learned that there's certain things that I want to do. I just have to believe I can make it happen. Believe it and build it.
I like it.
I heard a phrase the other morning at the women's leadership summer. It said, "Bloom where you're planted."
Yes.
And I think this could be my mantra. Like, I think, like, moving forward, I have to make the space around me greener.
I love it.
Yes.
With the last name Blue.
I know. How can I not play that?
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think for me, it really started off Tuesday night with our pickleball event. I know we've joked a little bit about it, but it just started off with a crazy idea. So I think I'm going to be more impactful by taking some of those crazy ideas, partnering with individuals like Snorkl and other companies that we've had a chance to get these ideas forward. And we had that pickleball event, and it was great. Jen Wombo was one of the creators. Carl Hooker and the three of us came together and were like, let's make this happen. And as I told you earlier, we had these two out on the court playing. We had many people out there. Over 100 people came, and it was a great event. So that is my SMILEFactor for FETC.
Wonderful.
All right. So thank you, Jeff. Thanks for jumping
Thank you
on.
so much.
Thank you for the partners.
Snorkl, yes.
You are out there watching. We are going to be doing starting right now, 12:45 for the next hour. Signing, giving books away. Come on down. Startup Pavilion 2886. Can't miss us. Big old purple snorkels. Come on down to meet these two authors. Get yourself a book. For everyone out there, continue to be impactful in your work, as we talked about, and also continue to smile on. Have a great rest of FETC, everybody.
You can do open-ended prompts.